So His Majesty King Charles III was egged whilst he was touring York, a city in northern England for those outside of the UK. And he was there with his Queen Consort Camilla. And then he was egged. I think one caught him in the shoulder. And to be honest with you, the performance of his close protection was quite amateurish, because the eggs were still raining down on King Charles and, you know, nobody really did their job. There was a female Lord Lieutenant stood next to him, and she didn't know where to look. You know, she carries his commission or his mother's commission, and she did nothing to protect him. So anyway, despite the fact that his close protection is questionable, he was egged by a young 23-year-old male student, and if I've misgendered the person there, I don't give a shit. He was then heard to shout, "This country was built on the blood of slaves," and he was promptly arrested and is still in custody, being questioned by police officers. So what slaves is he on about? This country, this union, this island was built by hard-working, decent English, Welsh, Scottish and Irish people. We didn't have black people ferried here and forced to build our magnificent buildings at the crack of a whip. Yeah, sure, we did finance ourselves partly due to the slave trade, but the slave trade was stopped by us. Around 6,000 British sailors, English, Welsh, Scottish and Irish at the time, died on the high seas fighting piracy and brutal, violent slave traders. So clearly this 23-year-old student has been indoctrinated in whatever institution he has been radicalised. I would say taught, but radicalised clearly. Because our colleges and universities are hotbeds of communist and Marxist conspiracies and radicals who are hell-bent on overthrowing the West and making the populace suffer through their ideologies, their warped ideologies. And what a lucky young man he is to live in a free, capitalist, democratic society where he is roughly allowed to do this, to virtually assault our head of state, off to the police station, questioned, charged, and that's it. He'll be given a cup of tea and then shoved out the door on his way back to freedom, roaming our streets. Had this country been the socialist, communist, Marxist hellhole, which he and his ilk wish it to be, I can guarantee you he'd have been up against a wall, shot, and his ashes scattered into the nearby river. So there we go, and sadly things like this will continue to happen until parents are given the freedom by the government to bring up their kids properly, teach them right from wrong. And our learning establishments, universities, colleges, schools are all cleansed of the cancer that is left-wing extremist rhetoric and ideology, socialism, Marxism, communism. And that's that. That's my video. Hope you like. Let me know what you think in the comments. And until the next time, Roger Trout and God save the King.